San Diego. Drink it in. It always goes down smooth.
Hey Beer Tubes, Ryan here. Today is kegging day for the IPA that I brewed. So right now, sanitizing my keg. In the sink I'm sanitizing thermometer, hydrometer, all my tubing and connectors for the keg. And then right now I might do some bottles today, but right now they're soaking in a bucket of OxyClean with water there. Then I'll sanitize those as well with my Star Sand. So I don't know how much video I'm going to get done as I'm doing this by myself, but I will try to do as much as I can. Hey guys, here's my better bottle of beer, and it looks way darker in this light, that's for sure. Plus it's pretty frosty. But this will be a darker IPA. I used some caramel malts and amber malts. So I cold crashed it last night. The sack of hops is now on the bottom, hence the cold crash to the bottom. And then got my keg here ready to siphon in. I'm using an auto siphon kind of deal. I don't know if that's the best way to do this, but maybe I'll get a racking cane and use that to siphon. But for now, I'm not going to be able to video doing the siphon in, but that is the next step. Okay, so I siphoned in, and now I get to deal with this fun. The bag expanded. The bag of my dry hops expanded too much, so I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be fun getting that out. I'm pretty much gonna have to undo the knot on top and dump them out. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a pain, but not too bad. And I just put the lid on the beer, so now I'm just gonna lube up the O-ring, the in and out O-rings. They should be plenty sanitized, and then I will force in the carbonation. Alright, now that I'm letting the CO2 in, I'm going about 15 psi. I've never done this before, so I saw anywhere recommendations from 10 to 20. I did cool down my tank and the beer, so maybe that's too high, but the nice part about kegging is, well, you can adjust the CO2 by releasing. And that's probably not a good sign there, getting a little beer coming out that way. So I don't know if my seal sucks or what, but we'll see. Well, I just shook around the keg and the beer seemed to went away, so not quite what the deal is on that. If you've done this before and seen that, please comment, let me know what the hell I'm doing wrong, or what the case might be. Maybe it's too much pressure in there. I don't know, but like I said, first time doing this, so I'm very much a noob at it. But I'm not sure how long to let this go, but let's give it a few more minutes. Alright, here's my sample that I took out before I transferred over to the keg. Since the beer was cold, I'm letting this heat up to a warmer temperature so I can get an accurate hydrometer reading. I think I'm probably about I think where I was a few days ago, but I did manage to pour a little beer out, and I mean, there's decent carbonation so far, but I figure after it settles it'll be better. But you can see, hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of the color of the beer. It's definitely an orangish, dark orange, cloudy as hell. Obviously there's no head yet, but there's a little bit of foam developing. So I'm going to take a drink of this, see how it is, but I'll do official sort of review of this later. So that's the next step, drinking the finished product. Alright, so today is 3 weeks since brew day, and of course the best part of brewing your own beer is drinking it. So here's my keys are set up, and I have a bunch of beer in there chilling as well, but here's my setup: CO2 tank with regulator, and here's the keg, and I'm gonna pour myself a beer and give you a quick little review of it. So back in a bit. Okay, so I poured myself a beer. I'm still trying to tweak my system so I get a little less head. on there. It's pouring out too much foam right now, so I might have to turn down the PSI level on it. It's a nice off-white head. I got a couple fingers on there, but some nice small bubbles on there. I've been drinking it a little bit, and the head has pretty good retention on this beer. Body-wise, some chill haze, but this is on the darker side for an IPA. Like a dark orange. You're almost getting a little red notes to it, and that's probably from the Crystal 120 that I used in there. I'm not going to post the recipe because I think I can make it better, but I pretty much used Breeze Golden Light Malt Extract. It was a pretty fresh batch. Here's my notebook where I take my notes. And so I used the Breeze. It's pretty fresh extract. I think that's what helped improve this beer. And some Kill Amber, some dextrin, that really helps, I believe, with head retention. A little caramel Vienna, so a lighter caramel malt, and just a touch of honey, which I might not include next time. Just standard California ale yeast that pretty much most of the breweries on the West Coast use for their IPAs. And there's the hop list: Columbus, Simcoe, Centennial, and Amarillo. So this is a on the citrusy side for an IPA. But let's get the nose on it. And as you'd expect, you're getting a lot of citrus notes. You get a tiny bit, I'm just looking over my notes here because I forget exactly what I did for the hop additions, but I did a full hour boil with Columbus and Centennial. So Centennial is like Cascade, is like a way bigger version of Cascade, so it's super citrusy. So, but it also has a decent amount of bittering units, or not bittering units, but alpha acid percentage to the hop. But nose-wise, I'm getting a lot of the Simcoe and Amarillo that I used. I used both of those. Let's see. Simcoe, yeah, at flame out, and then I put an ounce each of Simcoe and Centennial in with, I believe, about 18 minutes to go in the boil. So this is some really bad camera work, I'm sorry. Anyway, there's some balls I have lined up. I do a little bottling and cap those suckers. Most of those are plenty of the other bottles with the labels removed along with the Orval. So let's get you a taste of this. It's a pretty tasty beer. It's not quite as bitter as I was hoping, but don't get me wrong, there's plenty of bitterness for a regular IPA in it. I was kind of shooting for more of like a 1.5, but somewhere between a single and double IPA, and this is definitely more on the single IPA side of things. It has a sweetness to it. You get some of those sweeter citrusy hops up front. There is a decent touch of pininess as well in the hop wise, and then malt character wise, midway through you get a little of the caramel malt. My goal is to kind of have so you get a little sweetness from the caramel malts, and then you get like a nice bready dry finish, and I think I succeeded in that sense. I thought the malt character was pretty good on it. However, I do think it's a little thin in the mouthfeel, so that's something to improve upon next time. Maybe that's the malt extract. Anyway, I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 more batches of extract since I can get it in bulk, and it's pretty fresh stuff from my home brewing supply shop. So I'll do a couple more and then I'll probably switch over to all grain. So that ends it for this home brewing video. This is by far the best beer I've ever brewed. I think a lot of the new techniques and equipment I used really panned out, and I'm going to be making some better beer in the future.